podcast. We are
Yay.
live, and it'll be alerts going out saying that here in just a few minutes.
And I even got on Facebook and told people we were going to be live tonight.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, put things out there. Now, if only everybody wasn't just ignoring me, that'd be great.
Well, we do the podcast, remember, because we love it, and for however many people listen, I understand if you want to like try to promote it and stuff, but like we don't need a big audience to have a great show.
Mm-hmm.
My jokes have always been for the two people that get them.
Yeah, exactly.
So those are the only people we care for.
Boom.
And that means you, whenever you're here, whether you're listening or watching us on Twitch.
Quick question, Terry. What microphone are you speaking into?
Yeah, I left my earbuds in the car, and I'm trying to use my work ones. Can you not hear me at all?
Oh, we can hear you. It's not nearly as crisp as you normally are, so that's why I wasn't sure if it was. Yeah.
I mean, like, should I go get them? No? Okay.
In your
Maybe at Chatty. I can run out really quickly.
And then not get to play the game? Come on, woman.
Play Chatty? I don't play Chatty.
Dre says you're super soft. That's true, by the way, but I think she means audibly.
Yeah,
I think she means like you like strawberry cupcakes and are kind of a big weenie. What? You only went super soft birthday parties?
It's not a weenie. Are you what? Are you disparaging strawberry shortcake?
Yeah, I'm more of a bitch pudding guy.
That was the underground line of strawberry shortcake dolls. You had to go to special stores for those.
That's a reference to what the hell was it? It was Robot Chicken.
Oh.
Trobot Ricken. Come on, woman. I got stuff to talk about. I got stuff to talk about. I got feelings to express and So it's been 2 weeks since the job interview. They said that they're going to let people know in 2 to 3 weeks. Now, the first time they said it, they did say 3 weeks. But the second time they said it, they said 3. So today was 2 weeks exactly.
What do you expect from a bunch of dope heads?
Right? I'll get them to at least do sativa so we're more upbeat.
Wasn't that the one that Hannah Montana was on at one point in time and was saying all kinds of weird, wacky stuff? Not like Roseanne Barr ambient stuff, but
actual Hannah Montana was doing this?
No, Miley Cyrus. Yeah,
sure. I never watched the show. I didn't know if that was a special episode.
When she got the best of both worlds, it was this one and the ethereal plane.
Oh no! On Hannah Montana, she was on diet pills. That's right.
She was so excited, just can't hide it.
God, I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it.
There you go.
All right. So it'll probably not, but stupidly enough, for whatever reason, I told you have to press the button twice on this stupid program. So I've already pressed the button once on every button on this screen.
Right. So they should be loaded in to the cache, ready to go.
The commercial we're playing,
yeah.
And what I'm planning to play is the drops on the way out as we're doing the music. I've pushed all those buttons already. But I still wonder why the first time it let me push them just fine. And I even complained to you. I keep going, God, I keep pushing it twice, and I don't know why.
Well, because the first time you would loaded it in, so it was loaded, and then when you pushed it, it was...
I did not think of that. I didn't. Ding, ding, ding. All right. So, you say when you're ready. Oh. We lost her.
Terry got tired of all of our tech talk and was just like, fuck it, I'm done.
I'm here to discuss Bridgerton.
Oh, my Bridgerton.
Did you guys hear about that Bridgerton party in Detroit that was not a party? It was... They charged people like $200 to $1,000 to get into this Bridgerton event in Detroit, and it was like one backdrop, music blaring on speakers, and a pole dancer. which is so Bridgerton.
Wow.
Wasn't that like that furry con that had the ball pit with like 4 balls in it? And
Oh, that was like, that wasn't a furry con. I think that was that was some online con. Yeah, you get a VIP pass to get you into the ball pit, which was literally like a kiddie pool.
mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, so can you hear me now?
Much better.
You're still a little crackly, but
A
yeah.
little crackly, but louder.
Better.
Okay. Oh, my computer
soft.
sucks.
You're not as soft now.
Yeah, you sound like Terry.
Kitty, little ball of fur.
Were they at least in corsets at the Bridgerton thing?
The people going were, but nobody working it was in costumes. I mean, I'm looking at pictures of the event, and the people going to this event were dressed spectacularly. But no, the people
literally
hosting
made
the
the
event were not.
I heard it was Fire Festival.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Far. All right.
Apparently, they're suing to get their money back because the company was like, "We'll give you credit to a future event," and they're like, "Why the hell would we want to go to another one of your events?"
Right.
What do you see we do for the sequel? Huh? Sequel always bigger and badder.
Or worser in this case.
Well, there's that. All right. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Let's do this thing.
Halloween? Come on already! It's GRD sWeekly.
Hell yeah.
Right?
Let's go.
It's fall, right? We're officially fall. It's Halloween, goddamn. Let's make this happen. Things happen. Hi, everyone.
We put up our Halloween decorations.
Nice.
Halloween decorations are up. It's very nice. Welcome to GRD sWeekly episode
20.
321.
last week.
1 or 2.
322.
It doesn't even matter.
One after the last one.
RadioDaily.com. Whatever we wanted to have happen. The fine folks that we'll be bringing to you this evening. The woman who will say it to you directly. It is the Flintstress.
Don't tell me what to do, shit ass. I know what you did.
Damn right. The lady who is willing to make a change. That there's Carol the Cat.
I know. I should have done better. I didn't stand up when I should have. I'm standing up now.
Damn right. The man who is always charming. Podcasting's Rich Siegfried.
Oh, keep making that mouth music beautiful. I'm reading you like a cheap paperback.
And I'm the guy who generally has to say the same thing to everyone. I'm the wonderful Billy Flynn.
I think we may have gotten off on the wrong foot.
But we can fix that. What happened, Joe?
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's my turn.
You ever done one of these before? Gosh.
I am tired, y'all. It has been a geeky week, let me tell you. We watched more Lord of the Rings Ring of Power, but we're behind. We're like 2 episodes behind.
2?
Because I think we're now 2 episodes behind as of this weekend. Because I think I just got because we decided to. Why don't I just start at the beginning? I'm so rambling. I caught part of that Emmys. No, Eugene and Dan Levy are delightful, so I watched part of the Emmys. Did anybody watch any of the Emmy Awards at all? It was most of the skits were very cringe and just not good. But I don't know. I caught part of Jodie Foster's acceptance speech for True Detective Night Country, and I was like, okay, that's been on our list for a while. Maybe we should check it out. She made reference to honoring Native American stories, and I was like, okay, so that sounds kind of cool. So,
well, she is the modern day Marlon Brando.
Alaska. She is, yeah. Ooh. Well, there was part of the way through, I think it was the second to the last episode, because we watched all 8 episodes in the last time since we've seen you last. We just mainlined that show, took it right in. Did we do that on Twitch? I guess we just did. Remember when we got in trouble for that at a convention once? Anyway, heroin clapping.
I've never heard it referred to that, but I think we're not simulating the use. We're using it in a yeah. You're patting yourself on the inside elbow. That's a common phrase used.
Yeah.
Yes. That's how we applause down my way.
So anyway, I really liked True Detective. I always like, something where you're trying to figure out what's going on. I felt like it had a very satisfying ending. A lot of times you want to leave a little bit to the imagination, right? But you also want to simultaneously feel like you've wrapped it up and solved it. There's at least some resolution. Um, about midway into about the second episode or the second to last episode, there's another actress who acts with her whose name I don't know. Her character's name is Navarro in the show, and I said to Billy Flynn, she could have just as easily won an Emmy because her performance in that show was also just amazing. But then, like right after I said that, Jodie Foster like turned on the jets in the last like episode and a half. She acted her ass off, and I was like, well, no wonder she won all these awards. It was really good. What did you think about True Detective?
I it's easily the best the show has been since it started. It was fantastic, and I love any show that in the last episode can show me something that happened that I didn't quite see, because I didn't quite see the story that got told to us. I didn't see that, and I loved every second of that.
Yeah, it's not often that anything can kind of surprise Billy Flynn, and yeah,
This
that was
and a
pretty
murder
awesome.
at the end of the world. These two things, the ending has just been like, oh, that makes sense for what I watched, but holy God, that's fantastic. Good job.
Right, right. So highly recommend. It's only 8-hour-long episodes, and it was just, had either one of you watched that show at
Yeah,
all?
I have. Yeah, I had watched
Mhm.
that season. I didn't watch like season 3 of True Detective. But I will say
You
season
don't need
4
to.
was far better than season 2.
Yes.
So
Yes, it was.
Did
yeah,
we watch
True
season
Detective
3?
started very high and then just
Did
kind of
not.
dipped off.
No, I remember season
bit.
1. I'll tell you that
Yeah.
much,
Season one,
right?
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Right.
seen.
Oh, wasn't
I've
there a
heard a lot
spiral
of.
pattern
Was that?
in season 1 too? Wasn't there a spiral pattern in season 1? Now I'm
Well, yeah,
now I'm like conspiracy theorying myself.
Talked about
But anyway,
how
go ahead.
he talked about how things continued. They continued to happen. It would always
Okay.
they could play at any
Or
moment.
circle.
And I said to you, I was like, oh my God, you realize what he's talking about, right? And you're like, what? I'm like, he's talking about the DVD release of this. This show is in a weird kind of meta space.
Or a Frappuccino
Back too nicely.
circle? Yeah, I got you. Yeah, 8-hour-long episodes seems like really long.
Which
It
is
does when you
what it
say
is
it like
to Lord of
that.
the Rings
You
movies.
spread it out over a week, and it's
Yeah.
no problem.
Oh, it's 8 1-hour-long episodes. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry, misunderstood. Hey, nice stinker.
You're crazy.
Hey, you guys want to watch a 10-hour movie? No, F that. Okay. How about 10 episodes? It's one story that you can just watch entirely from front to back with no stopping. Sold.
How about one Lord of the Rings extended edition?
Hey now.
there you go.
Well, it's funny because I did watch all 3 of the original trilogy Lord of the Rings as part of my Geeky this week as well.
I have your
but I was
notes
too
here.
lazy
Yeah.
to get up and troubleshoot the Blu-ray player, so I did not watch the extended editions that we own on DVD.
So she'll
I
have to fix the
watched the
Blu-ray
regular
player
edition
so she
from
can
our
watch.
streaming service because I was too lazy to get up and troubleshoot the Blu-ray player.
So you didn't get to see the Elves of Rivendell?
Nope, I did not. I'm okay with it. It holds up really well, I have to say. Wow. And the special effects, I mean, the part with Legolas and the Oliphant, that's a little bit jerky
That's
still
cheeky.
here and there. But honestly, like that's if that's your biggest flaw, it was still gorgeous and just
The Hobbit, on
awesome
the other
stuff.
hand.
It has its moments. It has its moments.
Yeah,
mostly
I
the
don't
casting.
think I will be watching that.
Come on, I love
trilogy.
that. I love that cartoon from '78. It was great.
I may watch the 70s cartoon, especially if I can talk our kid into it. But yeah, so
Oh, come
but it's
on.
been
You
nice
gotta
to go
listen
back
to
and visit.
Glenn Yarbrough warble his way through the soundtrack of the 78 version.
Yeah. And now here's the thing. I have not gone down any kind of crazy, Lord of the Rings like rabbit hole, right? But they very clearly show the 3 rings that were given to the elves in the opening montage of Fellowship of the Ring, right? But then in the
Mhm.
television show, when they're giving the elves the rings, they're not the same. And it's like, that's a detail that was really easy to get right. And so I'm like, what? There's different colors, Carol.
Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to I'm so washed out
Look, you
tonight.
can't keep a club kid down.
I was like, were the police there? From like red to blue.
Ma'am, there's far too much cat butthole.
Yeah.
It's the cat butthole police.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, it's a sting. Hold on, this is going to take a while.
Wow.
I thought it would have been a Brian Setzer.
Yeah. Well, sorry. But yeah, right? Like they could have gotten the rings, right? They're right there in the movie.
I'm not
and
sure. Yeah, I'm not certain what their reasoning was there.
The
Right.
merchandise is really expensive. Like they couldn't get them from the gift
Yes.
shop or whatever, or order them from
It
newline.com.
could be that they couldn't get a release from Weta.
Oh, that's a good point, because they might have the rights for the
'Cause they have
stories and the
merchandise-
characters,
they
but
have
not.
merchandise those particular rings. Like, because I've seen replicas
Interesting.
of those rings and the ring that Aragorn wears.
Yeah, I'd never
Okay,
thought
so
about that
now-
aspect. Yeah.
When I go down the rabbit hole later and actually find like something about it on the internet confirming that, I will make sure to report back to you because I'm sure at some point I will
When you
forget for
talk
several
about
days
going
in a row.
down the Lord of the Rings rabbit hole, I'm just imagining you doing dirty things to Carol.
You needed that for that?
Wow. It was not a dirty, nasty hole. It was a nice hole.
I didn't know. I was saying it was not like a naughty hole. There we go.
That's all
A
better.
dry, bare sandy hole with nothing to sit down on or to eat. It was a hard hole.
Wow.
That means comfort.
Mhm. But yes, no, it was pretty great to watch that all over again. Let's see. Oh, we've watched Agatha all along. We're caught up on that. Watched all of those episodes. Yeah, I mean, Catherine Hahn is just a national treasure. Like I'd watch her in just about anything, and everybody else is doing really well too. And I keep like, I had to Google the potion making witch with the bald head who they're I was like, what is she from? It was driving me crazy. And she's from Saturday Night Live is where I knew her from. Like I'd seen her on SNL.
Really?
And she does a bunch of different characters, like comedy stuff. Yeah. So she's a stand-up comedian as well.
Mhm.
But this is a pretty dramatic, straight role. There are some funny moments here and there, but like I think that's kind of cool too, because I think Aubrey Plaza, while has done some serious stuff, kind of got her start in comedy on Parks and Recs, right? And Catherine Hahn has certainly done her share. So it's kind of interesting to watch this coven of comedic actresses navigate the road.
Well, I mean, it's Patty
what's her name?
LaPone is the
Kitty
other
Foreman.
gal.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Deborah Jo Rupp, Kitty
Right.
Foreman, and then you've got Patty LaPone. And by the way, Zashir Zarada, I think Zapata. I don't remember
Yes,
the
that's who
po-
from Saturday Night Live.
yeah, the potion gal. She was on Home Economics with Topher Grace and was fantastic on that show. It was really good, and that was what I knew her from. But I think she also does a comedy podcast with. I may be wrong. I'm thinking it's Jessica Williams from The Daily Show. I might be wrong about that. It might be another, but she does a comedy podcast with another guy.
Grace knows lots of things like that. Maybe Grace is screaming in her head, "I know the answer to this one."
Well, wish you could tell us.
But yeah, but she's crazy. I mean, all of the gals on that show are crazy talented. Holy cow!
Yeah, I'm just enjoying the heck out of that, and the whole thing with the teen who can't say his name, and that's a cool special effect too. And I think it's different. Not every time it's exactly the same, so that's kind of cool. I liked this past episode a lot. Everybody caught up on Agatha
Yeah.
all along.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one with the wine and everything, and it was just very interesting to see them go through it all, but Agatha being last, to have everything kind of hit her after the fact, and then go through it at different phases. It's going to be interesting to see what the next test holds and how casually, right, she said the name Mephisto. You all caught that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
An agent of Mephisto.
Right. Because Flynn, didn't you say that in WandaVision, when you're like panning down through the floorboards, there was like a Mephisto helmet or something?
Yes, there was absolutely a reference to Mephisto, and I swear to God, when they're Halloween and she's in her very nice Scarlet Witch outfit, there's a demon they're like a devilish thing standing behind her that keeps watching her. And I'm like, oh my God, it's Mephisto. And we never went there. And I'm like, God damn it, I really wanted Mephisto to be part of that.
Well, and even
Yeah,
the
WandaVision
teens,
was pretty great though.
and even the teens, the binding spell that goes across his lips, it's either a W or an M, but it is very, Cyrillic, very lovely, calligraphic, and everything like that. And it's always read as an M to me, but there's an argument that it could be a W, but we don't know who is the one who slapped it on there. But yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing how it plays out.
That's a good catch, because I had just seen like a ribbon sort of motif, but that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, specifically right in the middle. It looks like it's curly Q's and then a big letter, and then.
Did you go down a rabbit hole and Google like still shot images from the episode?
No, just watching it, I noticed that. But also, typically after every episode, we'll watch either Screen Crush or New Rock Stars breakdowns, because they are like Billy Flynn's, where they spot all the Easter eggs and all of that stuff. And
there's only one Billy Flynn, but yes, that kind of.
The thing, but they provide context for folks like me who are not as knowledgeable in what's going on, and they also speculate a little bit. So it's Screen Crush and New Rock Stars are just tremendous for breakdowns of episodes. I think they also do Rings of Power and basically a lot of geek shows and whatnot, and they'll do those breakdowns, and it's really good.
Yeah, they do House of the Dragon as well.
Hot D.
Yeah. Ooh. And then I accidentally navigated away from my list, so I'm pulling it back up right now because I feel like there was one more thing. It couldn't have been that good. Oh, Only Murders in the Building. We've been watching that, but we're a little bit behind, I guess, or has there been no more episodes, or what's going on?
They just dropped in a new one.
Okay. Yeah. So
one behind,
like yesterday or 2 days ago. Yes. So one behind.
Yeah, during dinner, watch Bob's Burgers, and then afterwards on Wednesdays we watch Only Murders. So it's basically Only Burgers in the Building. That's basically that hour block.
Nice.
Waiting for that episode of Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, we tried to watch The Penguin, but it didn't work on our server, so that's not on our list.
Oh yeah, I gotta watch that too.
I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I'm just going to go ahead and say that has been my geekiest week.
Cool. Okay, well, I'll go next because I did watch The Penguin. And I actually liked it. I actually liked it quite a bit. Although it is kind of awkward how they're not saying the name Batman at all. They do mention the Riddler, and he's shown, pictured in costume, because this happens after the events of the Batman. But they seem to be deliberately avoiding the name Batman.
Is that the flying rodent person?
They don't mention him at all.
The Fledermaus?
I'm waiting for that.
The Cape-head gentleman?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I still can't believe that's Colin Farrell under all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And they show Osgood without a shirt. So
baby?
It's like, wow, the makeup is impressive on that show. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's only dropped one episode, so
it's just that head, 6-pack below. Still flippers.
But I'm enjoying it. I want to know how long they'll go before they say the name of the Batman.
Does he have his normal accent, or what kind of?
Colin Farrell?
Yeah, Colin Farrell.
I'm the Penguin, eh?
Yeah. It's a very Irish penguin. No, no, he hides the accent pretty well. He hides the accent pretty well.
He's a sure.
Plus, it's got Clancy Brown in it, and I'll watch anything with Clancy Brown in it.
Yeah, Clancy Brown. Who does Clancy Brown play?
He plays the former mob boss that is currently in jail.
Falcone?
No, Falcone is the one that died in the Batman.
Oh, that's right.
Damn it.
Sal,
yeah.
It's like his first name's Sal. I can't remember what his last name is, but he's in jail, and the Penguin goes to visit him in jail. But Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's very
Maroney?
Maroney. That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sal
Yeah.
Maroni.
Like,
That schmuck.
So salmonella. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's kind of very Goodfellas-y type, but it's got a sense of humor to it. So yeah, I'll continue to watch it, see how it goes. Then I have been watching Agatha all along, and Only Murders in the Building. I'm one episode behind on Only Murders in the Building, and then Rings of Power. My geeky week has been very minimal. The only new movie I saw was Speak No Evil, the remake Speak No Evil.
oh,
Was there a monkey?
I liked it.
was
No,
there?
there was not a
Was there
monkey.
No monkey.
There was not a
Aw.
monkey. There was a rabbit that caused a lot of problems. Stuffed rabbit that caused a lot of problems. But other than that, no.
Look at the bones.
Yeah, well, you got James McAvoy acting about that big.
Oh, that's the one with McAvoy. Boy, he's my
That's the one
favorite
with
spit
McAvoy,
actor.
yes.
But wait, what was
And boy,
the one where he's creepy and they're in
yeah.
the woods? Yeah, but he's
Well, they're
shirtless.
not- well,
Narrow
they're-
that down. That's like saying, is that the Tim Burton movie with Johnny Depp in it? Come on.
Wow.
Incidentally, I last time I spoke about Beetlejuice, and I did like it. I thought Monica Bellucci was underutilized. And then I find out she's dating Tim Burton, and I'm like, did he put her in there last minute just to give his girlfriend a part?
Well, the good news is she'll be well utilized in the rest of his movies from here on out.
Until they break up.
I'll get
And then
used to it,
she'll-
right?
Or it's okay
Wow.
when she has another dream.
And second, Lisa Marie, Helena Bonham Carter, and Monica Bellucci. What the hell does Tim Burton have? Good
Right?
God.
Money.
A freaking weenie.
Johnny Depp. That's what he has. Johnny Depp.
He brings in a Johnny Depp.
Hey, look.
Wow.
Teams with Johnny Depp. Oh, I can already smell the patchouli.
I'd go through Johnny Depp for Monica Bellucci or Lisa Marie.
Monica Bellucci.
That's been my geeky week. It's been a pretty slow
Fair enough.
week, guys. I've been reading and I've been just kind of chill. So
Reading,
You're
nerd.
allowed, Carol.
know,
You're
I know.
allowed. Hashtag self-care.
Mine hasn't been terribly exciting, video game wise. Still playing Fallout 76, enjoying the heck out of that. Still rocking the Red Dead role play. Just shenanigans abound on that. I'm looking forward to actually starting streaming again here, hopefully very soon. Just kind of working on getting all of the things I need out of the way, all the elements and stuff like that. TV wise, Only Murders in the Building. Of course, that show is just exquisite. I love every second of it because there's all of the fun twists and just the characters are so damn amazing.
And the comedic timing. Wow,
I mean, just everything about it. And the casting choices that they always have are my favorite.
So everyone is in this show.
Yep, and it does, and actors will come back to play other characters in such delightful ways.
All right.
And I love it. Yeah, I wasn't sure how
We
far
see
along
that
you
one.
guys were. Yeah,
We
but
did see that one.
when Paul Rudd comes back, and I was like, wait, hold on, I thought he was dead. Okay, well, you know what? He died once, came back, sure, even in that same season. So okay. Oh, it's a stunt double. Oh, he's using an Irish accent. Are we sure this isn't still Glenn, whatever his name was? So yeah, but I love it that, it could be him that he's going into hiding and whatnot. But my favorite thing is the way he pronounces film, because it is such a European way that they pronounce the word film, and just film. And of course, he's doing that with the Irish accent and film. I just love it. Just tickles my ears the right way. Agatha All the Way is just, so much fun. So tremendous.
All along, even. Yeah.
So much fun. And here's the thing, like, I've always been a fan of Catherine Hahn. Like, when we saw her in Anchorman, she was only in for like 30 seconds, if that. It was just like,
Brothers. There are a lot of funny people in Step Brothers,
Mhm.
and she steals every scene she's in.
oh yeah, 100%. But the thing with her is, like, watching her in Anchorman, there was just something about her. because that was like the first thing that I remembered seeing her in. She jumped out, and I was just like, "Who is this?" Okay, this gal's got some. She's got that charisma, just that natural thing. And I'm just like, I really hope that we get to see more of her. And then seeing her, progressively getting better and bigger roles, and now leading roles and stuff. And what's amazing is I love seeing actors that kind of have full use of their instrument. The way she's able to
She has done some very serious drama too.
Oh, sure, but I'm just referring specifically, like, the acting, the skill, the chops. That is a big thing that a lot of actors have. But the one thing that a lot of them don't have is, like you said, Terry, that physicality. The way she's able to move her fingers, the way she's able to change the shape of her face to be one character, because
literally.
Like yeah, well, that's true. But like the first episode of Agatha All the Way, she looked like that haggard, frumpy, worn down, small town cop.
Mayor of Old Town.
Mm-hmm. And then when she becomes Agatha, she is a completely different looking character. And one of the things that I love about watching Catherine Hahn, especially in this, is the way she holds her mouth, because that's one of the biggest things that she does when it comes to conveying a lot of emotion and things like that, where sometimes she's pursing her lips, she makes her mouth either wider like a damn shark or smaller depending on what's going on and stuff. And like just like there are some actors that they use their eyebrows a lot just to convey different whatever. Colin Farrell is one of those guys. Just like James McAvoy, I call him a spit actor because he does spit a lot but he uses that as part of his acting tool. But yeah, Catherine Hahn watching
the way, like really moving her mouth a lot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it's even just in these little, these little subtle things that just completely change the shape of somebody. And that's one of the coolest things when you see an actor usually is like one character and then completely shifts to another one. It's the equivalent of Kevin Spacey's walk in Usual Suspects, but on a much more subtle and far less rapey way. And that's basically been my Geeky Sweek. There's probably other stuff I can't remember, but that's the big stuff.
I'm glad it was less rapey.
Yeah,
yes,
that's pretty good.
You always want that. You always want less of that.
So knocking out some comics, Batman Kryptonian Age #3. We could actually get to the Kryptonian. Yeah, I think that might be a little interesting. Batman Death in the Family, Jason Lives #2. This weird parallel universe of Jason Todd not being killed off by a 900 number is a lot more intriguing than I thought it would be. It really is. He only lost by 100 votes, man. It was really close. It was really close.
Wow.
Would change the world. Zatanna, Bring Down the House #2. This is more, still back more of like a somewhat of an origin story because while she is a magician, she's not using power, and someone is trying to convince her, no, you need to because demons are after you. So that's always fun.
Yikes.
Absolute Power #2. This massive, tying in every comic book, telling the story of Amanda Waller, basically just taking out every superhero on the planet, fake AI, all kinds of stuff. It's everything I think Marvel wanted to do with Civil War, but a lot more interesting. Because I really wanted to be in the Civil War. We talked about it way back when because we've been around that damn long, but I didn't. Yeah. Anyway, I know I'm enjoying this. Batman Dark Age #1. So someone decided, hey, let's do a brand new Batman continuity. Let's tell a brand new Batman story. Why not? Hey, in this one, Bruce didn't go to the movies with his parents.
Oh.
Yeah, so let's see if it goes anywhere. I have no idea. It was an interesting concept. We saw a little bit of the future. We did in the past.
I mean, it's still traumatic, but it's not as traumatic.
But it's not like as traumatic.
So they've brought back Batman Brave and the Bold. I don't know if this is a mini-series, want to be an ongoing series, but the one thing about this issue, as interesting as it was, I noticed a distinct lack of a team-up with any other superhero, which was kind of the whole point of the Brave and the Bold series.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I mean, somebody's got to be brave and somebody's got to be bold.
Damn right. And since I was, on my DC app with all of my wonderful comics and stuff looking through, every now and again they'll pop something up and you'll be like, oh my God. So they popped up Superman versus Muhammad Ali. which I've not read in I don't know how long. And I'm like, you know what? I got to go back and visit this. And it's stupid how well that actually holds up and what a good job.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Is it a butterfly?
Is that Cassius Clay?
Yeah.
Not bad. But you know,
Butterfly was good.
The story
Butterfly
doesn't
was
involve
good.
aliens and the possible annihilation of Earth, unless, of course, Muhammad Ali and Superman have to box, which they do on a different planet under a red sun. Huh?
Oh.
And what's really cool is that Ali, trained Superman to teach him how to box because he knows how to fight, but he doesn't know the sweet science.
Ah.
Yeah,
So
Superman kept punching him below the waist.
I'll super bite your ear. So I watched thank you. I watched the movie Lisa Frankenstein.
Oh yeah, I want to watch that.
Okay, everyone should watch that. So
Yes.
I say this wholeheartedly because I absolutely love and adore her, but it is a warning for those of you who have a problem. It is a Diablo Cody movie. And
You can tell.
all of the wonderful dialogue that I think is in every Diablo Cody movie, I quite enjoy it. It is a very interesting twist on a Frankenstein story, because there's not a mad scientist involved, but someone does come back from the dead, and it's interesting to see how that heightens more and more. As I was watching it, I thought to myself,
Wait, who is Lisa in like the Frankenstein like family tree? Like, who is she? Is she an offspring? Is that a
They don't
spoiler?
really. They don't really.
You don't ever get to know?
No, it's just like
it's
It's
Frankenstein.
not like
and
it's
her
just the
name is
Frankenstein
Lisa.
story.
Okay, it's a
Oh,
Frankenstein
okay.
story. Her name is Lisa. And I remember as I was
Alright.
watching it, I thought of two movies. I was like, oh my God, this is kind of like blah and blah. So I don't remember what the other blah was, but it kind of feels a little like Heathers to me. It really does.
Mm.
It really does. And I enjoyed it quite a bit for that. I think it's a damn fine time. Congrats to, is it Cole Sprouse is the monster in
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
Who, for the most part, plays a mute role. And
Yeah, I think he's only got like one line.
he's got one line.
One line, yeah.
He's got one line. I also watched, because it's out there on streaming now, I also decided, you know what, I guess I need to. I watched Exorcist Believer.
Good luck. Yeah, well,
make
yeah.
you a
but
believer?
I hated that film. Completely hated that film.
And
Then I
can
saw
see
the
that.
film.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. People who really loved The Exorcist made this movie. You can tell that because it does. No. There are times where it does kind of feel like the original film. However, there's never any real payoff for any of the things that they do. They have a lot of interesting concepts in this movie that I don't think they do a damn thing with. For instance, why is Pazuzu back? Why it can't be another just demon?
It's not Pazuzu. It's a totally different demon.
It's
They don't
Zuzu
really
Pedals.
hanging
With
each other enough.
Pazuzu, and Pazuzu was pissed.
Well, you know,
This is evil twin.
Chris
Panini.
certainly seemed to think so. She believed in it. So I mean,
Well, poor Ellen
Panini?
Burstyn.
it's not as far as a continuation / prequel thing. It's not as good as the first Omen. I enjoyed that a lot more, but I have a sneaking suspicion it's worlds better than Apartment 7A, which I haven't seen, but I just don't think that movie can be any good. Prove me wrong.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, what is to prequel Rosemary's Baby?
I have no Rose.
Right.
Well,
Rosemary has
But
sex.
then I thought, what's to prequel The Omen? I mean,
but they found a way to do it.
Also, someone has
badly.
sex.
Can we leave stuff alone?
That would be nice. But let's remember, there was an Omen 4. So there was that. So on September 22nd, From Season 3 dropped because, as I told you, I didn't realize Season 3 wasn't out yet because it was right there in Prime, 1, 2, 3. 3 just had the coming soon thing. Well, imagine how I felt when I sat down on the 22nd and I fired up Prime and I went to From Season 3 to learn that, oh yeah, this season it's actually on MGM Plus. Are you kidding me?
Oh.
Why do you have stuff going, hey, season 3, season 3, season 3, and not one mention of it until you click it and go and find out, nope, you now need MGM Plus to watch this show. And that frustrates the hell out of me. Because I love that show. And that season finale, really makes me want to watch the season premiere.
And that means it worked.
Well, I don't have MGM Plus, do I?
Oh, so maybe
Mm-hmm.
it almost worked.
Well, no. Here's what it's gonna do. I'm gonna wait till I'm gonna wait till season 3 is out. I'm gonna get my 1 week free trial. I'm gonna watch season 3, and I'm gonna cancel it.
Attaboy.
Yep.
Be that way, jackasses. And for the rest of my time, I've been playing Star Wars Outlaws. Shocker!
I was gonna say, how was that not? How did you have time to do anything?
Because if I started, I just don't know how I would have got there. Oh my God, the things you get to do in Star Wars Outlaws. So I got invited to play Sabacc with Han Solo. No, I didn't. I got invited to play Sabacc with Lando Calrissian. Sorry, excuse me.
Because Han Solo is still in Carbonite.
He's in Carbonite in Jabba's palace. I beat Lando Calrissian in Sabacc.
Did you win
I
a ship?
cheated to do it, but I did it, goddammit. And he didn't catch me cheating. That's how good I am.
Yeah, did you get his ship or his sex robot? That's all we need to know.
or
Robot, sex robot.
So apparently, I've read that this game did not perform as well as they thought it was going to, and they've delayed the next Assassin's Creed game because of it. I don't know what anybody's problem is. I'm having hella fun. This game is so good that I will play a couple of hours worth of side quests just because they're fun. They're interesting, and they actually affect overall because your side quests are still messing with, the different criminal factions. You're standing with each other, and the jobs you choose to take and not take affect how you, with that. So, unlike so many games with annoying side quests, I enjoy the side quests in this game. It's crazy. I actually went back to the main quest last night. I was like, oh, yeah, we're here. Yeah, there's something new. Yeah, this is new, but let's go do some main quest stuff. Why not?
Is this a Rockstar game or a Bethesda game?
It's Ubisoft.
Well, just the process of side quest.
Right.
Those games are both
and because of them, everyone has it now. There's no getting away from it. So yeah, if there was something else, I guess we both forgot. That's just the way it goes.
The wonderful Billy Flynn looks at what Chad and Abby are up to now. If you know what TV show they're on this week, you could win yourself a prize. It's your further adventures of Chad and Abby update. When Commander Stefan constructs his underwater lair, the ocean begins to rise. Brady and Will are set to wreck the splash zones that Chad and Roman are planning, while Sonny builds a New York skate ramp so he can reach the top of the Statue of Liberty. On wheels, baby! With power on the fritz in the city, Professor Abe starts work on a transporter powered by the wasted energy children are using playing on prize-rigged playground equipment. And when Chad's team is snatched up, Abby contacts the Kid Crew to see if they can help get them back. Now, Chad's ultimate alliance is going to make the world a better place against Stefan and his minions, like Brady, who made the wild robot. Chad's lucky he's got people like Abby fighting the injustice too. Good work is being done by the Peril Squadron, the Riskiness Rovers, the Imperilment Troopers. Hashtag Chabby forever.
Looks like you've got mail waiting.
We do.
Is it Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah! Oh my God! You got to sing it though. It doesn't count.
Where in the world is
Carmen Sandiego?
Hi, geeks. I wish I had time to experience all the wonderful content you all discuss and friends/family with which to watch/listen. It's still good to hear that there's so much out there and probably no one has to worry about ever running out of content they can enjoy. That is from Bill. Well, sir, God, the things that are out there, it doesn't make the slightest bit of sense to me. Hello, GRD. Posthumous Divorce, which is a great band name, has been around for some time now. It really took off in the 1980s, but has seen a resurgence recently, and a big chunk of that is because it helped women retain the assets of a home that traditionally went directly to the first male child. The booting your in-laws, that aspect has helped as well. I finally know where Chabby are, and I can tell you that they are on breaking news. For reasons we will not get into, I am a Tim Matheson completist. I saw Solar Crisis, Up the Creek, and every episode of Tucker's Witch. I acknowledge my faults. That is from Rebecca. Well, yes, Rebecca, last week indeed, Chad and Abby were on Breaking News, which did indeed star Tim Matheson. And thanks for dropping Tucker's Witch, so now I can't get to use that anytime soon. But that's fine. That is fine. You are in the running. So if you or anybody else knows where they happen to be this week, get in on the possible prize pool by sending a message to podcast@geekradiodaily.com, or, of course, the voicemail, the text message you can always get to if you use the numbers of
510 GRD Crew.
GRD, look, I love your newer thing on adding synonym clues for where Chad and Abby are each week, especially from cracking communique and all the talk about news media characters. I'm guessing they're on a series called Breaking News. That's where they were slash are. I'm able to respond so soon because I was home to listen to you all for a change. Stay safe. And that's from Bill again. Bill, a double dip of Bill with a correct answer. So, Bill, yes, you and Rebecca absolutely are Tim Matheson completists will probably be the polite way to say that. So, yeah. Thanks for doing that. And you can talk to your therapist about it much, much later.
I was going to say, you didn't know there were Tim Matheson completists out there, and we found 2.
Right?
We found both of them. I'm more of a Tim Thomerson guy,
Tim's
but
mom is a Tim Matheson completist.
You know, it's a shame.
Yeah.
It's a shame Mark can't show up the creek. It's not the public domain.
Work not seeing your value? Someone else taking all the credit for your ideas. Have you worked your whole life to be a good person, but nobody gives you the credit you deserve? Did you know sometimes demons help good people too? Would the emotional support of a dedicated demon make your life better? Find out in 2025 with the latest short film from Oh Hi Mark Productions, Emotional Support Demon. Check us out at esdmovie.com.
Hi kids, Space Ghost here, and you are barking a happy tune with Geek Radio Daily.
What the heck is that?
I don't know, but they sure smell like bad cup of soup.
Was money well spent at Dragon Con?
Mm-hmm.
Money well spent. Oh my gosh. Well, kids, if we're at this part of the show, that means it's this button. Geek
News! Isn't it normally a more lead-in?
Something happened. It started different.
No, same way. Same way.
Okay. Well,
look at the world from a geeky point of view. You know what it is? For whatever reason, the intro it just went to the music.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Anyway,
Last week, it was reported that Zach Krieger, who recently directed Barbarian, was in talks to direct the new Clue movie. Krieger has now exited the project for another Sony reboot. Within 72 hours, and Krieger formally passing on Clue, apparently due to an issue of money, and certainly not the Herculean task of remaking one of the greatest comedies of all time, the filmmaker is now attached to helm the studio's Resident Evil reboot. Personally, I can't wait to see how an anti-tank rocket launcher fares against a sex robot. Krieger is clearly interested in expanding his horizon into IP in the Resident Evil franchise, which has already had 7 movies. That's right, 7 movies to its name, and will have the filmmaker overseeing a full reboot that would start from scratch, because, of course, continuity is about as scarce as finding typewriter ink ribbons in the first game. Krieger turned a whole lot of heads in late 2022 when Barbarian became a critical and commercial success, grossing $45 million against a skimp $4.5 million budget. So I guess we're just forgetting about Miss March. Okay, well, I certainly hope that Krieger's about to find a gallon jug of PCP, because he's going to need it against the rabid Resident Evil fan base. And you're welcome, Whitest Kids You Know fans. I couldn't put any of the other ones that I wanted to include in there, any other references, because most of them do not age nearly as well without context.
So are they still remaking the Clue?
Well, not with him, but I imagine so.
Are they going to use the characters from the new board game? You know, all of the hot bisexuals?
Yeah.
You seen the new Clue?
I haven't.
Miss White? Hey now, Miss White.
Look, you know who should remake the Clue movie? The guys who did Psych.
Oh.
I was going to say the Muppets.
As long as Jason Segel isn't tied to it at all. Yeah. Broken Lizard, as much as I like them, it would pander to their fan base too much and have a bunch of stuff that isn't necessary. But I tell you, the guys behind Psych, and oh my God, I'm blanking on their names right now, and I feel so bad about that because I love them. But they have done a Clue episode, and it was brilliant. I mean, these guys, they do stuff. They make homages. They don't make parodies. They make homages. They make tributes to the content that they love. So I can't think of anybody else who'd be able to do better.
Well, considering we just talked about a reboot or a reimagining, I'll go next. A year or so back, it was reported that Prime Video was developing several series based on MGM properties. I'm sorry, Billy, I know MGM is a tender subject right now. Now we know that at least one of those will be based on the classic sci-fi film RoboCop. Oh my God, RoboCop's considered a classic, and I'm old.
Sex robot. Sex RoboCop.
Watching it, gosh.
Sex RoboCop. Sex RoboCop.
Peter Alco is developing a RoboCop TV series, along with James Wan under his Atomic Monster banner. The official synopsis of the upcoming RoboCop show is the following. A giant tech conglomerate collaborates with the local police department to introduce a technologically advanced enforcer to combat rising crime. A police officer who is part man, part machine, which is basically the plot of 1987's RoboCop. RoboCop is an iconic property, but it hasn't fared well creatively outside of the original film. But that has not stopped Creative Powers from trying to make these ventures successful. Star Peter Weller returned as the title character as Alex Murphy in RoboCop 2 in 1990. It wasn't terrible. But the film was a disappointment at the box office and critically, that's the sentence. Nevertheless, another RoboCop arrived in 1993, and we're just going to ignore that one because it really was really bad. In 2014, a reboot hit theaters, and again, failed to light the world on fire.
He also teamed up with Sting in WCW.
Hey!
In between, there have been several animated series and video games, much like the Halloween franchise. That's right. Hard R movies were made into animated series for your children's consumption.
Rambo had a series.
That's true.
Most of them acknowledged the original 1987 film's continuity, but ignored parts of the franchise, like the ultra violence and the drug usage and Clarence
It's Saturday morning and I can't watch somebody get shot in the dick. Come on.
Come on. Yes, here you go.
Not
RoboCop
since-
the animated series, less dick shooting.
Not since Looney Tunes went all woke.
Less.
There's currently no word on whether or not this will be a complete reboot, a legacy sequel to the original. The latter is something that might renew fan interest. Wow, okay, I don't know who wrote this, but that's terrible.
Bad person.
Something that would renew fan interest would be the return of Peter Weller in the role, especially after bowing out after 2 films back in the day. Guys, Peter Weller's like 90 years old. Let the guy retire, please.
Carry that shit.
He's already got the wheels.
Well, but he had trouble carrying that stuff as a young man.
But in various interviews, he doesn't seem too interested in returning to play the part again. No shit. A large part of what made the original work so well was that it's a satire of consumerist American culture. Again, no shit. This wasn't subtle. This is something other sequels and TV series have forgotten to lean into. We'll see if the Prime Video iteration can finally recapture what made the original RoboCop so great. Please make it something that I would buy for $1. And I wonder how many seasons they're going to get before they move it to MGM Plus. Really.
2.
Okay, well, hopefully my internet will work for my turn. If you've ever wanted to buy and have your own set of Captain Picard's tea cups, the ones that are like glass with the plastic handle on it, right? And he drinks his Earl Grey hot. They've been discontinued for a really long time, but Master Replicas is working with the original design company used by the Next Generation's production team to revive the sci-fi-esque mug after it was discontinued. It's been 8 years since you could buy them. Maybe no matter how you feel about Earl Grey tea, he had great taste in mug design. It's so great, almost a decade after the Real World show, was discontinued, it's making its way back. So they're making the Picard cup. They're replicating the design used in Next Generation and Picard, because he used it in the show as well, collaborating with the original homeware company. They have some pictures of it in this article, which we will link in the shows, and it looks pretty legit. This particular mug, designed as part of Bodum's bistro system in 1974 by Karsten Jorgensen, it just like looks so cool. So it's glass and it has the black handle. It's the revival of the design will release in a limited run. You have to get a 4-pack, but it will replicate the design. It does have the Star Trek logo, Bodum logo, and Master Replicas logo etched on the bottom of the cup. And a small price to pay, while you want to just sit there. So and drink your Earl Grey tea and, look at your iPad and do all those other things that you could do, because of Star Trek. So anyway, it's about $55 for the set, which is not really that bad. And they're hoping to hit them, to get them to the market, by February 2025. So, if you've ever wanted to own, your own Earl Grey mugs, just like Picard, you can finally make it so.
Just so everyone's out there, the Cinemaster's birthday is in June of 2025. And I do drink Earl Grey
right
hot.
up your alley. Yeah.
A lot. I drink a lot of Earl Grey hot. So just throwing that out there. Hint, 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 hint.
And Terry, you mentioned the logos being on the bottom. The best thing about that is that by the time you see them, it's time to get a refill.
Yep. And everybody else can see them while you're sipping your tea.
Glad they hid that. Why'd I want a Star Trek logo on my Star Trek cup? So last week, Lego officially unveiled the $500 Jabba barge in its big Star Wars set, for collectors and adults, because kids, why the hell do you want to play?
Yeah.
New set's arriving next month. It's got a series of small Lego minifig characters. You get an R2-D2, Jabba the Hutt, Bib Fortuna, but it's the new Slave Leia minifig in the set that has sparked some odd discussion online and added a whole new wing over at Rule 34. But, you see, there is anger in the Star Wars fandom. I know, it stuns me too. On September 21st, the Lego news and fan site Brick Street tweeted out 2 images comparing the 2013 Leia to the new 2024 Leia that will be included in the barge set. The images show the new Leia is mostly the same, but now has a larger skirt that covers her entire upper legs, which means no more side thighs or the oddly nude Lego behind. And yes, there is a petition to make a Lego figure as nude as it used to be. Welcome to the future. The reaction has been strange and hard to really understand. There are people mocking, doing some parody about folks who are upset because, they can't get Solo handsy to a plastic toy figure, and there are people jokingly blaming the nebulous concept of woke for the figure's covered thighs. However, mixed in with these joke and confused posts are folks who do not seem actually upset about this. Some seem to suggest that this is Disney just trying to erase history, man. Others are shouting about censorship, and at least one Lego outlet described the new figure as 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Meanwhile, I'm ready to throw money at a Paradise Island Bath Steve Trevor figure. Chris Pine is hot. Deal with it. How many of these posts are real? And how many are just people joking around? Hard to tell. It's 2024. So, sure, some people could be mad about a less sexy Lego figure. Let's not forget how people lost their goddamn minds when the green M&M was no longer as sexy as it used to be.
I'm just asking questions.
She changed her shoes.
And
changed her shoes.
People that somehow thought Lola Bunny was not as hot as she was in the original Space Jam. Every week, it seems like a group of online personalities yell about DEI chins on fictional women. It's a true thing. That is a true thing. Look that up. Oh my God.
It was Laura Croft, wasn't it?
Pretty much. So we've essentially crossed the Rubicon when it comes to finding out what certain weirdos online are going to scream about. And I don't know if anyone could tell if anyone is joking or, if it's just some sad, mixed up, lonely soul angrily sharing his real deep feelings on Leia's unexposed plastic ass, which makes him seem like a real stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder. Now look, the new Leia is fine. It was always weird that her skirt didn't cover her butt on a Lego figure, because in the film, it does, okay?
Mm-hmm.
While the new skirt might not be accurate, it looks better than the old figure, which also didn't have a perfectly accurate loincloth design either. And besides, why the hell are you so worked up over a Lego? Do you think you can please her? I mean, aren't you a little short for GRD. License. Come check us out on Facebook, Twitter, all those fun places. GeekRadioDaily.com. That's another one. You can always drop us a note if you like. Tell us, enter the contest. Tell us things. Express your ideas on how nude Leia Lego figures should be. It's podcast at Geek Radio Daily. Of course, the voicemail text message is
510 GRD Crew.
See, that seems much shorter than it should be as well. Something odd is happening with this thing. So let's play this.
Well, here we go again.
Watching John with the machine, it was suddenly so clear. The Terminator would never stop. It would never leave him. And it would never hurt him, never shout at him or get drunk and hit him or say it was too busy to spend time with him. It would always be there, and it would die to protect him. Of all the would-be fathers who came and went over the years, this thing, this machine, was the only one who measured up. In an insane world, it was the sanest choice.
I mean, what
does that say about your taste in men?
Well, apparently she likes naked guys who steal homeless men's pants. So,
who doesn't really?
I mean, when it comes right,
they come pre-seasoned.
Like buying a cast iron pan at a flea market.
Oh, good. Craziness.
That Leia thing is so fucking stupid.
Now, see, Carol?
Well, I thought the same thing when they got all bent out of shape because the green M&M put tennis shoes on.
Yeah, Tucker Carlson's the only
Showed you
weirdo in
the
that
foot
regard.
fetish this country has that they don't want to admit to because actually, what are you talking about? And someone's like, "Oh, it's sneakers now." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, oh."
But like
See between the toes.
The new Leia has shoulder blades.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they're just.
It's always weird that Lego ever made one that showed her ass. It was always weird.
Yeah.
It's always weird. And again, the movie doesn't do that as much as I wanted it to. The movie just did not do that.
That's true. That's true. Well,
as much as frame by frame when I got the,
you know what? They also made her boobs bigger if you really look at it, because now there's a shadow underneath the ridge part here, which if there's shadow, which wasn't on the original, that means that she's bigger. So they're casting a shadow. Like, what are they complaining? Okay, so they don't have the eyeshadow and the lipstick, but I mean,
I can't see as much of it. They're cheating me, man.
I know, but I mean, that is far more realistic.
Yeah, it is.
And sexy. That so
Again,
fucking
we're
dumb.
Talking about a Lego.
Yeah, exactly. She's just gonna hurt you guys when you step on her.
So Billy Flynn.
That's true. She's still got all the sharp edges of a Lego.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna ask me a weird question about the Leia figure.
No. I want to hear your RoboCop jokes.
That's right. What are the RoboCop jokes that were better than mine? Because I was making mine up on the fly.
So for those of you that you missed it because you need to be part of our Patreon group, and we have this before and after stuff of before and after the show, I told everyone that I actually had the RoboCop story. I had written it, and I thought I had put it in the document, but when I got home, it wasn't on the document, and Carol now had that. So I had to go write another story, which turned out to be the Leia story, which is great because I'm so glad I found that, because that's awesome. However, I have that story written, and we're going to perform it for the Patreon people after we stop this broadcast. So come give us money and listen to more stuff.
It doesn't have to be much. It could be like $1.
I mean, 50 cents. I mean,
come on, you can buy us for $1.
The price of a cup of coffee a day.
You could adopt a poor podcaster. Wait, hold on. Yeah,
Where's Sarah McLachlan?
Give me a second. Oh wait, that's not it. Could you guys hear that?
No.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what's
pulled up on you real quick, but I thought you were gonna do something cool.
Routed and what's not. No, I hit this button pretending that it was that. But no, the Oh my gosh, I have it here somewhere.
You know what's great about this moment?
What's that?
Work audio or video.
You what now?
It doesn't work audio or video.
Well, of course it's not going to pop up onto, but you guys can't hear that piping through at all?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway. Let's go play the booty time music then.
Let's go back to
better yet, Rex Manning.
Nice.
All right, go.
This winter's night with you. All right, so thank you everybody who stopped by. Thank you everybody who watched this, whenever you watched it, here or the YouTube place or whatnot. And thanks to everyone who's listened, because why would you need to look at us, even though the ladies are hot? You really should.
All right, we're going to be closing the stream down in 3, 2, 1.